soundtrap.com, and we want to make sure we're not on the education version. Okay, I'm just on the regular old Music Makers version, and I'm going to hit log in right here. And I use the Google button to log in with Google. That's how you get in. The first time you log in, it'll ask you for your age. Tell it you're over 14 years old, whether you are or not. So I usually just tell students to have their birthday in the 2000s. That 14-year-old age requirement did not used to exist, but Soundtrap was bought by SoundCloud last year, and then they put that in. So just make sure you tell it you're over 14. Okay? So once we're in, I want you guys to hit Enter Studio. And for today, you're just going to try to make a drum beat. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to get started making a drum beat. It should, I don't know, they sort of change the way it behaves when you open it all the time. So let's see what it does. All right, we want to choose music. We are making music. You can use this for podcasting, by the way. Patterns Beat Maker. This is what we want. We're going to try to make a beat. So I'm going to hit try it now. All right. And it gives me the vanilla drum machine, which is actually what I like the best. It has that classic 808 sound. Oh, there's new free machines. Should listen to them. But anyways, here's a drum beat pattern, and it's empty right now. If I hit the play button, which is down here, all I hear is the metronome, which I can turn off if I don't need to hear it. But if I want to add some kick drums or some snare drums or some hi-hats, I just start clicking. Okay. One rule of making your classic beats is that you always want a snare on the first beat. Or not a snare, I'm sorry, a kick on the first beat. Beats pretty much always start with a kick. Okay. And we can add some hi-hats. Cool. So I can also hit this add button here to get more sounds. There's a bunch more stuff here. Cool. So I got some kind of beat going. Now, all I have to do to save this is hit this X to close out of here. And here it is. It's this little chunk here. I've got my beat here once. It's a loop. So I can take and loop this thing over and over. But if I wanted to, say, make a change so that it's not just the same thing every time, let's say we wanted the beat to switch up after 4. Okay, so after 4 measures, we want the beat to switch. I'm going to take my playhead here, and this is just like when we were editing things in Reaper. I can take my playhead here, and I can split the clip. So if I right-click and choose Split Region, it cut it in half. And now I can double-click on this one to edit this one. What do I want to do with this one? Maybe do this. Cool. So there's my new beat. So if I hit X on this now it should have only changed this half and not that half. So let's see if it does change. Here's the first one. Yep, and there's my beat change after the split. So you can start to build up a beat by doing that pretty darn easily. Okay, so that's your assignment for today. Come in here and try to make a basic beat. The other thing you can do, and what I recommend to students a lot of times, is keep some of the parts of your beats on separate tracks. So if I wanted to take out the hi-hats on this one, I could hit plus here and add a new track and drums. And now I can add my hi-hats back in on this track. And what that does is that allows me to make the hi-hats come in later, make them go away again whenever I want to. Because now that I've got it right here, I can have them come in here, and then I could have them go away again, say after 4 or whatever. Whenever I want the song to kind of break down for a bit, I can do that. Or I could make it so just the hi-hats exist. Let's say if I split here, split, let's split again, split, and I get rid of this part. Now we're just going to hear the hi-hats right there. So it makes things a lot more flexible. Cool. So I could have, say, like a bass line come in right here when the beat comes back or something like that. So we're going to start building the song together. For today, just try to do like me, get some kind of basic beat down. Try to make it at least 2 tracks. And when you're in the beat maker, pattern maker, hit the add button a couple times to add a few extra sounds to your beat. Okay, so it's not just the 3 basic sounds of kick, snare, and hi-hat. All right, and that's it for today. Make a beat, and then on Thursday, we'll be ready to keep going by adding a bass line. All right, cool. Make sure you hit save on this, by the way. This does not save automatically. So always hit save, and it'll probably ask you to give it a name, and then it'll save it in your account forever. All right. Have fun. Make something cool.